beautiful guest house of Dar Tasmayoun is located in a wide and verdant valley just 45 minutes out of Marrakesh. The nearby township of Aituria is flanked by the dramatic red foothills of the Atlas Mountains. Rural Moroccan life appears simple and honest. People work the land and value family life. Universal scenes are played out in a uniquely North African way. It's into this splendid and painterly landscape that my gastro-nomads and I venture. The pigeon Bastia bound for its final act. Mohammed, Dar Tasmayoun's caretaker, gardener and jack of all, hoists our picnic rug. But before we settle down, I want to demonstrate a completely different take on this famous dish back in my kitchen, a dessert-style pastilla. This three-stage extravaganza might be just the thing to finish off your next dinner party. So the first thing we do is make the milk sauce because it has to be cold. It's thickened with corn flour. I want this to be a very refined milk sauce. So 3 tablespoons of corn flour. Take a little of the milk and make a sauce, a nice thick paste. I would probably use half a vanilla pod. And you get the back of your knife and you scrape them out. That goes into your pot. Okay, we pour the milk in, 3 cups. 4 tablespoons of icing sugar, a little bit of salt. And then you bring that to the boil. Once it starts simmering, then you add the corn flour. Milk mixture, stirring. Once it's thickened, you add a tablespoon of rose flower water and then pour it into a bowl. Anything that's been thickened with flour will develop a skin on it. So you get a bit of butter and you just pat it all across the surface, and that will stop a skin from forming. The next stage is to fry the almonds in a little bit of butter, because when you fry nuts, it releases the essential oils and makes them tastier. You can't go away and have a sherry. You have to stay here and look after them, because they can go from golden to black, just like that. And you chop them up. We put them into a bowl. Mix in some sugar, icing sugar, and about half a teaspoon of cinnamon. You mix that in. So that bit's done. The third part of the pastilla is deep frying the sheets of pastry. The closest thing to waraka pastry, most people use phyllo, but I actually think that frozen spring roll pastry is the best. And it gets all lovely and golden quite quickly. And as soon as it's cooked, you put it straight onto the kitchen paper to drain. And you do 6 of these. Right, now it's putting it together. You spread some of the cream onto it, some almonds, the next sheet of pastry, some milk cream. What you do, like if you were serving this for a dinner party, would be that you would make all the 3 separate things in advance, and then just at the very last minute, when you're going to give it to people to eat, would you do all this putting together? And people eat it with their fingers usually. Sprinkle on some icing sugar for decoration. When I first ate this, received in a restaurant, I sort of picked them up one by one and ate them like this because I didn't want to break it. But I mean, the whole point is breaking it and having fun. So you just cut it in four with a big heavy knife and everybody eats it the best they can. Bon appetit.
Well, it's the end of the line for our pigeons. If you recall, they've been plucked, cooked, shredded, combined with eggs and almonds, and wrapped lovingly in a warka pastry. Now the pastia is al fresco in the Moroccan countryside and about to be devoured by our hungry gastronomads.
And then they make lines, crisscross lines over the top with cinnamon.
As we'd hoped, it's rather good. We've managed the right balance of savoury and sweet, and the warka pastry topped with the cinnamon and icing sugar is a delightfully crispy accompaniment to the rich, gamey flavour of the pigeon. And while this isn't quite the traditional setting for a pastia, the magnificence of our picnic location and the jaunty headdress surely does it justice. It's a relaxing start to our Moroccan adventure. So join me again next episode and fasten your safety belt. From here on in, we're bound for the gritty and heartwarming realities of down-to-earth Moroccan country life. And the high excitement of Marrakesh unplugged. I want to show you the olive souk. It's delicious.